Welcome to a very special segment of a special program because it's a special occasion. We are having special guests from our neighboring country, Bangladesh. It's a 10-member media delegation that is visiting Pakistan for a 10-day visit. This is aimed at deepening collaboration between Pakistan and Bangladesh, not just in the field of media, but also in the field of culture, in the field of people-to-people contact. We are having a 10-member media delegation that represents a cross-section of media from Bangladesh. Television channel, newspaper, magazines. We are very pleased to have with us Mr. Muqtadir Rashid, who is from Bangla Outlook. Next to him is Mr. Porimol Palma, who is from Daily Star Dhaka. Then we have Mr. Haq Farooq Ahmed, who is from Jukantar. And then we have a young journalist, Mr. Saklan Rizvi, who is from The Diplomat. Welcome all of you to Pakistan.
Thank you.
It's indeed a pleasure to have you, and I understand it's your first visit to Pakistan, and you have had a very hectic but interesting and fascinating schedule of meeting a cross-section of media in Pakistan, interacting with different segments of the society, visiting media houses, meeting government officials. So we had a very wide spectrum of experience while visiting Pakistan. Is that so?
Yeah, of course, it is like
Right.
that.
So it's indeed, as I said, a very deep, immensely fascinating experience for Pakistan too, to have such a variety of journalists from Bangladesh. And Mr. Muqtadir, let me begin by asking you, what exactly is this purpose of the visit that you're having to Pakistan?
This is the 20th trip of journalists to Pakistan, and this is for this time it is very historic because we are in different kind of country right now. In Bangladesh has revolution recently, and after the revolution we are here. So this is now a kind of different Bangladesh, and this is the first delegation from that different Bangladesh. So of course the purpose of this trip is like having very good friendly neighbor Pakistan, to re-engage with the Pakistan and bring more collaboration, thinking about the friends who have been doing lots of things over the years but not connected due to different kind of political scenario. So to my understanding, it is absolutely a new era from Bangladesh, and we are having rejoining our friendship with Pakistan.
Well, the fact of the matter is that irrespective of what the political scenario in Bangladesh is, Pakistan's relationship, Pakistan's affection with Bangladeshi people is so deep that it actually transcends any political domain. What we understand is that there are people in Bangladesh who are our brothers and sisters, and I hope that you also harbor the same kind of sentiments about Pakistan. So no matter which political regime is in power in Bangladesh, we always have great regards for the people of Bangladesh, immense love, immense affection, and a feeling of deep brotherhood, goodwill for the people of Bangladesh. Mr. Porimol Palma, you work for Daily Star Dhaka. You have been here with the delegation. You've had a chance to meet Pakistani journalists, different media houses were also a part of your visit. What difference do you see the way Pakistani media works and the way the Bangladeshi media houses operate?
I think there are not many differences between the media houses, the way they work in Bangladesh and the way they work in Pakistan, because we have a sort of similar legacy of politics, society, religions, cultures. So I think technologically there might be some differences, but if you ask me how free the media in Bangladesh is, until recently, until the July uprising last year, the media faced a lot of pressures from different vested groups, even from the ruling party. I can talk about my newspaper. My newspaper did not have the access to the Prime Minister's office for press conferences or other events, and my editor had to face 84 cases.
Right. So now things have changed. Things have changed.
So now things
Right.
have changed, definitely changed, but you know, what I was saying is that the culture of not speaking up has not yet changed.
Right.
I mean, like, this is a newfound freedom, but I'm not ready to exploit that
Sure.
opportunity yet.
Sure,
So that needs a lot of
Absolutely.
incentives.
Mr. Haq Farooq Ahmed, you work for Delhi Jukantar. It's a pleasure to have
Yeah.
you too in Pakistan. What has been the level of cooperation between Pakistan and Bangladesh in the past when it comes to collaborating in the field or the domain of media? And what potential do you see for the two countries, being friendly countries, being neighboring countries, both being developing countries, to sort of, deepen collaboration, partnership, joint efforts in the field of media?
I think in the past there was actually much didn't happen in that field because we know that there are political situations and there were no such things happened for the last 15 or 16 years that much. But right now, after the revolution, we hope that there will be some great changes, and there will be as part of that we are the media delegations here, and we hope that the media delegation from Pakistan will be in Bangladesh, and there will be some cooperation exchange and thoughts changing because in journalism there if there is exchange, then the field will be more vibrant.
Right.
Yeah. So we hope that there will be some big changes in near future.
Right, thank you. Next to him is Saklan Rizvi, whose appearance can be slightly misleading because he's very young and probably too young to be a journalist, but he is an established journalist who is working for a credible media outlet named The Diplomat. Saklan Rizvi, recently we have seen that there has been a mushroom growth of social media all over the world. Bangladesh, of course, and Pakistan being no exception. Now, the growth of social media can certainly have its own pros and cons, but how has Bangladesh dealt with this phenomenal growth of social media? Is it doing more harm than good, or you believe that no, social media is emerging as the true representative voice of the Bangladeshi people? What is the situation in Bangladesh?
Yeah, thank you. Very nice question. The thing is, 6 months ago, we have witnessed a mass uprising or revolution. During that time, social media was one of the main element to organize the protest. On the street and on the social media, we have seen that actually the protester utilized both places equally. And Bangladesh has millions of social media users, especially the young generation, we call Gen Z, and we have seen a regular post where the police brutality, the government crackdown, everything we have seen on the social media get to update. And in the past regime, the media had to face a lot of pressure from the government. That's why they failed to publish the truth actually for the government pressure. And that's why for the real news or to check the real scenario, we had to check the social media actually. I mean for the civilian. And obviously social media has both pros and cons. And but after the August 5 or the mass uprising, there were also many rumor, and many groups are using using this media to spreading propaganda. If we can't stop this, or if we can do a good fact checking, if we fail to build a good fact checking system, then it will harm us more.
Right, right. Sure, thank you. Now, coming back to you, Muqtadir, Pakistan and Bangladesh are two countries which are bound culturally, socially, religiously, historically. We have a lot in common. You visited, with your delegation, of course, visited Faisal Mosque here, you visited Texla Museum here, you saw a lot of other cultural places. What fascinated or excited you the most about Pakistan, being a foreigner and coming to Pakistan for the first time?
Honestly speaking, everything fascinates me. Starting from the food, to any structures which are 2000-year-old history. Or if you see and if you very look back the history, the Grand Trunk Road, the starting from the Shunarga and then went to up to the Europe, it connects the whole South Asia. So that is one of the key element of our bondage. So we know why it is not happening nowadays, but we are not separated that much. If you look at the historical evidence, if you see the Takhashila, which is Takshila, if you see the Harappa Mohenjo-daro, everything you have, and we, when we are growing up as a student, we used to learn all this cultural thing.
Sure.
So these are the things very homogenic, and we have the shared or kind of mutual kind of connections. Apart from this, if you talk about the religion, which started also in Pakistan and the Bangladesh side, so we have the religious bondage, and we are, the best thing I feel here is the mutual respect.
Sure.
Mutual respect is very crucial for bilateral relation or even the multilateral relation.
Sure.
So whenever I feel I came here, the way we were welcomed, the way they treated us, I'm really surprised. I didn't think they will be looking at this way.
Absolutely.
And then whenever we visited any place, and the people were were from Bangladesh. Even I went to a tea stall, and I ordered tea, the Quetta tea, the very famous, you know.
Very famous in Pakistan.
And when they came to know that I'm traveling from,
They wouldn't have charged you for that.
even
Yeah,
charged
I
it.
knew that.
So I was so surprised. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I want to pay.
That's how Pakistani people are hospitable.
And when they come from Bangladesh and they say
Yeah.
even when they say you from Bangladesh, they were like, we're missing brother.
Yeah.
But there are lots of cooperation we can have in the future.
Sure.
Our next generation should think about this. And sometimes I spoke to many scholars, strategists. They say, look, what about the relation between Vietnam and America?
Yeah.
Despite all the odds, the major investment in Vietnam from the USA. And what about the relation
Exactly.
between
So what
Japan?
matters is basically forward-looking approach and
course.
being far-sighted when it comes to the development or the future of two countries or the future of the two countries' future generations. One thing that very fascinating about Bangladesh is the economic progress that Bangladesh has made over the years, and we look up to you with a lot of pride that our neighbor has been progressing all these years. What do you think could possibly be cited as the key towards Bangladesh's economic progress, Mr. Purniman?
You see, first of all, I would give credit to the people of Bangladesh. The people of Bangladesh are very hardworking. They have entrepreneurial spirit, and of course, there were government policies that helped the growth of economy. The poverty level has come sharply down. If you compare that to 1990 level, now it is much less. But I also have a number of criticisms about the development that has happened. What was the cost of development? You would definitely be happy to know that, especially I would say that women empowerment, education, health, these are some of the social sectors where Bangladesh really grew. But at in the last few years, there were more talks about development, but real development was not happening. Why? Because there were a lot of cases of corruption. There were a lot of mega projects. Those were definitely important. Those connected the different parts of Bangladesh that facilitated trade and economy. But at what cost? The focus on education, quality education, the focus on health, the focus on institutional development were missing over the last few years, right. 5-6 years, I would say. Therefore, these democratic institutions or the very democracy was eroding. And that is something which actually led to the fall of the previous regime. And here I want to mention a little bit that what were the factors. Like the young generation who led the July uprising, they wanted equality. They were against hegemony, call it within the country or from outside the country. They did not want that. They wanted empowerment. The young generation could not see a free, fair vote for over a decade. So you see, they felt deprived.
So the bottom line is that inequality leads to suppression and repression and oppression in a society, and that leads to a revolt or an uprising, as you said. So the bottom line is that the more equal or fair or justly transparent the society is, the more political stability could be ensured. Now, I would like to ask you in particular, because it's very interesting to see all of you here. We have so much in common, even the facial features. I can bet that even if you guys go on street in Pakistan, nobody, unless told, would be able to recognize that you are either from Bangladesh or from Pakistan, because our genes, our facial features are so common and so similar that nobody can, without a discerning view, recognize who is Bangladeshi and who is Pakistani. What is a common Bangladeshi feeling and thinking about Pakistan? I want to understand the sentiment among the people of Bangladesh. How do they look towards Pakistan, Pakistan's culture, Pakistan's people?
Okay. The common people of Bangladesh, if we talk about, say, someone is a 50 years old man or woman who wasn't born in 1970, 70s. So their feeling is, okay, Pakistan and Bangladesh in 1971 there was a war, and there was something wrong. But the feeling about Pakistan and Pakistani people is not that in that wrong way, because people are interested about Pakistani people, Pakistani culture. They want to know Pakistani a little bit more. And after the uprising of this revolution, young people, especially the young people, they are fascinated about Pakistan. They want to travel in Pakistan. They want to visit here and there. They want to taste the food. They are interested about Pakistan because we have so many things in common about a culture, music, and whatever we say.
Indeed. Saklan, you are, among others, an ambassador of your country. You're a Bangladeshi ambassador right now to Pakistan. You have had a visit. You have had a chance to interact with the people of Pakistan, see for yourself the nitty-gritty of the culture of Pakistan. What message are you taking back from Pakistan for the people of Bangladesh when you land back in Bangladesh? What sort of picture are you going to be portraying for the Bangladeshi people through your writings, through your voiceovers, through your reports about Pakistan?
Yeah, first of all, before I had a different idea about Pakistan, but when I reached here, and although we were in mostly in the official meetings, but we had a little chance to interact with the common people. But the first thing is the greetings of the common people was really amazing. And when they hear about Bangladesh, they become very excited. They wish us to prosper more. They call us brother. For the regional cooperation, we have to improve the tie. And in the common people of West Pakistan, they have a very wish for us. And I will try to portray this message and spread this message through my writing to the young generation, to my reader, and that's all.
Right. You must have seen Pakistan is a very beautiful country with a lot of scenic landscapes, and we are also trying very hard to exploit the untapped potential of tourism in Pakistan. You, as a visitor, as a tourist, how did you find Pakistan in terms of the rich tourism potential that we have in the country?
It's magnificent. It's incredible, beautiful country, especially if you visit Murray. It's fascinating. We have visited, and I don't know, when I was writing on those on my social media, and they were asking me every day, every moment, what are you doing? How can we go there?
Sure.
What could be? But there are lots of misconception about the Pakistan from the Bangladesh side, and one of the biggest issue is that if you get the Pakistani visa, probably you will not get visa of other country.
Sure.
So this is the thing you need to change.
Right.
And of course, you have to come up with the more branding of Takshila, which we know as Takushila. And of course, the Murray was a fascinating place. We went there. On the way, we have a tea somewhere on the street. It's unbelievably beautiful.
Absolutely.
I think you should go with this thing.
Absolutely.
And direct flight from Bangladesh to Pakistan can attract more tourists. My friend may say or may add more into that. Direct flight can bring tourists from Bangladesh and other places as well. Now we have to take like 9 hours from Bangladesh, either from Dubai or Thailand, which should not be done, because if you want to travel 2.5 hours is okay for us.
Well, thank you very much, all of you, for being with us. And on this very positive and optimistic note, it's time to wrap up the program with this hope that this visit is going to go a long way in terms of cementing and deepening the cultural relationship between Pakistan and Bangladesh. Pakistani people have a great love and affection for the people of Bangladesh. So what matters is a forward-looking approach and being far-sightedness. So with this, I would like to thank all of you. Thank you very much for being with us. And this visit, of course, is a part of the larger efforts by the government of Pakistan to bring the two friendly countries even more closer. And for now, thank you very much, and Khuda Hafiz for now.